Andrea. I wanted to do a vlog today about complementary versus or alternative versus standard traditional Western medicine. And the reason I wanted to do this is because we just had a lecture about complementary medicine and how it kind of fits in with Western medicine today and what doctors need to know about it, and I think it's really important. So, first of all, I wanted to talk about calling it complementary or alternative. I think that it definitely should not be alternative medicine. It shouldn't be either standard or this holistic approach. It should be complementary, meaning that you get some of the Western, more standard medical traditions, and then you can complement it with some of these more holistic vitamins and minerals and supplements and whatever else you like. But it shouldn't be one or the other, because if you're strictly going this alternative route, you could be really doing yourself a disservice if there are scientifically proven things that can help you with whatever's ailing you. So I think that people need to remember that they can complement each other. And I think that Western doctors need to understand that that's people's rights. If they want to take vitamins or do things like that, I think some doctors kind of brush it off because it's not viewed very highly in medical school and in the scientific community, because the research is generally kind of questionable and it's not backed by scientific evidence, which is how we're taught, like everything has to have proof. And so doctors kind of brush it off. But if you do that, then you're doing your patients a disservice, because if they come to you with this idea of trying this new supplement or something and they just brush it off and say, oh, you're stupid, don't ever try that, well, then you're going to lose that patient. And so that's why I really think they need to complement each other. So I think that a big reason why people choose alternative medicine or complementary medicine is because they can't find the answers that they're looking for in regular Western medicine. So a really good example of this is parents with kids who have autism. We don't know why kids get autism. There's very little that we can do to treat autism. There's some things that help, but for the most part, there's no cure, and I think a lot of these parents get really frustrated when they don't know why, there's not a reason why, and then there's not much we can do to help them. And so a lot of these people turn to this complementary medicine and try to find other solutions, things that they think can work. But there's a lot of problems with this, big problems, and that's what I think that people need to be aware of. So first of all, if you're looking at complementary or alternative medicine, that's not regulated at all. They can put, it's not FDA regulated. So stuff that you buy at a health food store, at GNC or the Vitamin Shop or whatever, it has that little label that says not FDA approved. And that means that it can have junk in it and 0.001% of whatever vitamin it's saying it holds. And it doesn't matter because it's not regulated. And so, I mean, some companies have a much better reputation and are more quality than others. But you do have to be careful because you don't really know what you're getting. And then there's other things, these people suggesting different cleanses and detoxes and things. They have these beautiful websites because they're making bank. And they'll state all this scientific evidence that's bogus. They can say whatever they want on their website. So you have to be really careful how much you buy into and how much you really believe the things that they're saying, because it's marketing. It's not FDA approved and it's not scientifically backed. The other thing is that it can get really expensive. So this doctor told us about these parents of these kids with autism that were mortgaging their house to pay for these hyperbaric oxygen chamber therapies for their kids. Or one patient came to her and said, we're going to go to South America for a bone marrow transplant to help my kid with autism. If that's not freaking you out, I mean, that's real. That's what these people will do because they read all this stuff on the internet and there's all this bogus evidence that sounds great, and it's not. You really have to come to a meeting point with your traditional doctor. And if you have a doctor who's brushing off traditional medicine or complementary medicine, and that's what you want, you need to find a different doctor who's going to help you and kind of meet you halfway, because the average person needs a little guidance. Another thing that I just read online is this study that Isagenix put out, Isagenix is a company that makes whey protein, and then they also sell a bunch of vitamins and like detox kind of cleanse systems. And I've used their whey protein before. I think it's a great company, but they just sent out this mass email, and on their website there's this scientific study proving that the Isagenix system is superior to the government heart healthy regulated diet. So these people with high cholesterol and high blood pressure, central abdominal obesity, the government has this set heart healthy diet that you can recommend to your patients, and there's information online about it. And this study from Isagenix was saying that their products have better results, better weight loss than the heart healthy diet. Okay, so that's great. But first of all, this study, it wasn't a randomized controlled clinical trial, which means that they could have picked whatever people they wanted. There's not information about the population, so maybe one group was a lot younger than another group. This study, I can't even find the actual study online. I can only find this clinical summary, which is crap. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't want people to believe everything that they're saying. One thing that it says is that people in the Isagenix group lost twice the amount of visceral, which is central abdominal, around your organs, fat. And then in little tiny parentheses it says, but this value wasn't statistically significant. But they still lost double. Well, what statistically significant means is that when you analyze it with statistic analysis, it proves that it couldn't be just due to chance. It means there has to be something else going on. So if it's not significant, that means it could have just been dumb luck. There's no proof that the Isagenix is what's causing this fat loss. And so I really want people to be wary of what they read online, of what they buy in the health food stores. There's lots of bad interactions, and you really need a doctor or a medical professional to guide you through this. And you want somebody who's going to be on board and ready to help you find alternative or complementary medicine. So if you're unhappy with your physician and you want to go one route and you're just going to say, I don't care about Western medicine anymore, find a new doctor, please. And be careful what you read. Let me know what you think about this.